Okay, yes, Mumu2145. Can I push over 2324? I'll play King's Indian set up to B4, so I don't have to think too much. Maybe Knight D7 or Old Indian, maybe that's more solid. King's Indian going into his bishop a little bit. Alright, if I play it with Knight F6 though, that would be more solid. Maybe just take on D4 and then try and clamp down with C6 and D5 to block the bishop out. So I think he's going to play for D4 and I want to try and block the bishop, the influence of the bishop. If this is possible, try and inhibit B5. Okay, can I play A5 here just to get the C5 square? Strategic ideas for the moment. Mind you, Knight C5 is not useful at the moment of D4. So I'm waiting for BC. I'll try and play on the king side a little bit with H5. So he's got a kind of dangerous position for pouncing here on me. If Knight C5 D4, Knight C5 with tempo though is a different story. Maybe I can break the centre now with E4. Break up his pawns. Although my dark square is going to be a bit weakened. I can take on B2 or let him take. I'll let Queen on B2 or not. Maybe I'm threatening Knight F2 here. Knight E4, Knight F2, Queen E3, Queen on B2. Okay. And also G5, G4, G5, G4. Weakening myself, but looks fun. There's Bishop D3, G4. Okay, let's do it. It looks a little bit passive, but I don't know if he's going to use D4 or F5. If G4, G3, it's going to be dangerous for him. G3 or Knight F2 here. Or Bishop G4, F3. He can play BC. He can try winning a pawn, but Knight F2 or G3 and Knight F2. Okay, I'm trying to just weaken his king here. Okay, so Knight Knight G3 moves the thing over. What about Queen G5 just to try and put pressure on both points? So let's check the forcing moves here. Actually, CB is winning a rook. That's a bit unfortunate. Or a piece. I should take here really. Safety point. So Knight C6, Knight G3. There's Knight E7 if he wants to win material. This doesn't look too pleasant for me at the moment. Can I coordinate the pieces? At least C6 is not dropping yet. So I'm only a pawn down here. Oh no, I want to protect D6, keep an eye on E3. Do I need the exchange? Probably Rook E6 is possible. That covers F5 though, so I think I will have the exchange there. If he plays Rook D1, there's Rook E3. If he plays Rook E4, Rook E4, Knight H4 is probably dangerous, but I'm on C4 here. So maybe Bishop E6, I can target these pawns. I was on C4. Now Rook E5, Rook H1, crude's work today. He's stopping that. So Queen H7 if I want to maintain the idea. I'm on E4 now, so Knight E4 is not on, I'm protecting. Okay, Rook E4 here, does that fail? It's not looking that. Rook H5 or Rook F5. I don't want to lose to Knight G5, that's one thing. Okay, for a moment. Knight H4. Then I can try and protect D6. Well, he could take on D6, no check. It's probably dangerous. Okay. Can I just get the exchange of queens here and hope for the best? I'm getting pushed around in this game too much. dear, oh dear. His pawns, oh dear. This doesn't look good at all. It looks really, embarrassing. Outside pass pawn with c5. I'll go with that. Try and get the outside pass pawn. So c5, I lose d6, I win a4. Try and use the outside pass pawn. He's not going to give it, is he? He's going to exterminate it pretty quickly, but I might get the c pawn. I get the c pawn, that's something. He's going to win that pawn now with f5. Okay, bishop d3, if f5 c4, then I've got the pin. Ouch. He's using that pin quite nastily. So knight e1 is almost, he's going to win that pawn by force, I suppose, next. That's going to be the next disaster. Actually, bishop f5 though, restraining g4. So I'm down to 146. Do forcing moves help here? I don't really think so. So bishop e6 anyway. Maybe f6 is worth considering. c4, knight c4. Actually c4, I'm attacking this rook. I think it's bishop d5. I've got to try and get rid of all his pawns basically. I don't think he's going to let me. Somehow I think this position's gone. But I'll try and get his pawns. Keep that pawn there for a sec for king f5. He goes back to e5. Oh, even worse. I've got to try and get both pawns to try and draw this. Maybe bishop here, I can take, and then king g5. I'm trying to keep an eye on. Oh, for a draw. Cheekily, down to 1 minute. And bishop d3. I'm keeping the blockade. I'm going to try and just keep the pressure on the clock. I can't move my king. I'm going to have to sack the bishop. Try and eliminate both pawns. Draw. How's he making progress? He's going to play a check, isn't he? Uh-oh. I've been pushed back to a different blockade square. Oh, I think this is gone. Painful loss against a lower rated player. Horrible. I bet you his bullet rating is like 1500. His bullet rating is 728 over 3 games. Okay, he's not a fast player apparently. His 3 minute is 16.15. I don't know, I just thought the game was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. I did weaken my king a bit, but don't know, it just didn't work. Nothing really worked. He was stopping like rook h4 with knight h4, and then this position I thought I'd get something, but this was very difficult to play. Odd, difficult. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks so much.